everyone, I'm Lydia, and I really enjoy watching TBR prompt jar videos, but I've never done one myself, mostly because A, I'm very much of a mood reader, and B, most of the books that I have that are on my TBR shelf are either audiobooks or Kindle books from the library. So these are all the unread books I have. Behind me I have a couple of bookshelves of read books. Since I don't have a huge list to choose from that's physical, I added a couple of post-it notes of books that I've been wanting to read. Let's choose 8 books, and then the other books that I read can be the ones that I just mood read. A book older than you. With how I like to read, that should not be hard. Yeah, the first one I'm going to go with is The Mystery of the Blue Train by Agatha Christie. And I will probably be listening to it as an audiobook. Last year, I listened to basically all of her books on audio, but when I was looking back at the synopsis of this one, I could not remember it. So I was like, perfect, because it's fall, and fall seems like the perfect time for a mystery. Prompt number 2, a contemporary book. So, I think this one, All That It Takes by Nicole Deese, and then Silence in the Dark by Patricia Bradley, I think are actually the only 2 contemporary ones here. Then we also have Memory Lane by Becky Wade. I'm going to go with this one because I have read her other 2 books, which is Before I Called You Mine and All That Really Matters, and I really liked both those books. I don't know if this one is in the same series or anything like that, but yeah, it was published in 2022, and it looks like it takes place modern day, so we'll go with this one as our second book. The third prompt is a book with a historical setting, which is much easier for maybe not on this list, but overall, I do a lot of historical settings. So we have the first one is Winter Rose by Melanie Dobson. This one is Between Earth and Sky by Amanda, and I do not know how to pronounce her last name. This takes place in 1906. Days of Gold, which takes place in 1766. In Need of a Good Wife, which takes place in 1866. And These Tangled Threads, which takes place in 1897. Does it also take place dual time frame though? Let me see. 1923. So yes, this is dual time, so I'm going to put that back for now. And a friend gave me this one. She said she doesn't think I'll like it, but she wants me to try it. So I will go ahead and choose that as the one with a historical setting. All right, for the fourth prompt, we have a book by one of your favorite authors. And that will probably have to be one of these ones here. I'm going to go with The Hidden Prince by Tessa Ashfar. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she writes biblical fiction, and I really like it, so I'm going to listen to this as an audiobook. Prompt number 5 is a book based on a true story, which is great because this whole shelf here, not this one, but the rest of these are nonfiction. These 4 right here would be based on a true story. We have Killing the Rising Sun, Killing Reagan, Laura Ingalls Wilder, The Selected Letters, which I kind of want to read this in the winter. And then this is 2 books in one, and I already read the first one, which is A Case for Christ. The second one is A Case for Faith. I'm going to go with Killing Reagan because I've had it on my shelf for a while. As you can see, I got it secondhand, and I've not read it, so now seems like a good time. All right, prompt number 6. We will do a book that title starts with either an S or a J. Looks like we have Silence in the Dark and then Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I briefly started this one the other day. It's an audiobook, and I want to continue with that one, so I am going to choose Sense and Sensibility. Prompt number 7 is a book with a pretty cover. Okay, so which one of these has the most pretty cover. It's going to be one of these top ones because nonfiction doesn't really have pretty covers. Let's see. That is a pretty cover, and that is a pretty cover. So I think, A, this does not work very well when you don't have a lot of physical books. But B, I think one of these two books is definitely the prettiest. So right now, this one actually seems more intriguing, but I actually think this one is prettier just because it looks like not exactly as a cover pretty, but just the picture itself is pretty. So yeah, I am going to choose this one as number 7. And then instead of choosing a prompt for number 8, I am going to go with this, which is a gift my friend gave me. She gave me one for each month of the year. And this is November's. So let's see what it actually is. Cute. So I know nothing about this, but I shall read it as book number 8. Here are the 5 physical books that I am going with as a recap. All That It Takes is the contemporary book. Days of Gold is a book with a historical setting. Killing Reagan is a book based on a true story. Voice of the Ancient is a pretty cover. And then I have The Mystery of the Blue Train that is older than me. I have The Hidden Prince, and that is by one of my favorite authors. And then I have Sense and Sensibility, which is a book that starts with S. And the last book is Rally Round the Flag.